Aloha, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here doing your Feng Shui Friday video. And so today I am sharing with you, this is actually going to be a two-part series. So the first part is Feng Shui Holiday DOs, so things that you do want to do over the holidays. And then part two, which will air next week, will be Feng Shui don'ts, things that you don't want to do over the holidays. And these aren't obviously all-encompassing, but they're specifically related to the holidays. So I have 5 tips for you of things that you want to do over the holidays to help balance the energy in your space, which is all about good Feng Shui. So decorate, the first one is decorate only with things that you love. So don't be putting up things that you don't like, right? Or things that are broken. I know every year, I don't do as much decorating now that I'm in Maui, but when I used to, I would take out stuff and there'd be broken ornaments, or there'd be, you know, different things that needed to be fixed, and I'm like, oh, I'll fix that later, and then of course I never would, and every year after year after year, you'd pull this thing out and it's broken, right? So decorate only with things that you love, and I highly encourage you to let everything else go. So if there are other things, other decorations and things that you don't use, that you really don't like, please release them. Either give them, you know, to charity, donate them, give them to someone else that might enjoy them, but clear them out. That is really, really helpful. So tip number 2, if you have not a lot of time to decorate, so if you just have, you know, just not a lot of time and or energy to decorate your home, do just your front door, right? Because your front door is the mouth of Qi. That's where all the energy comes into your space. So doing the, decorating the door, the front door that is to your home, will help bring in fresh energy. You can also hang a bell on the front door with a red ribbon, okay? I typically would do a red ribbon in a length of 9, so like 9 inches. And the red is about success, and the bell will bring good things to you. So will help usher in your intentions, will help bring in clients if you need that. There's lots of different things that the bell can do. So that's a really beautiful thing to do over the holidays. I also like, as far as decorating the front door, to have a gateway, right? So have a pot on either side of the front door. Sometimes people do those little Christmas trees, right? The little tiny fir trees or whatever. But decorating so there's a balance there, right? On either side of the front door is really, really helpful. Tip number 3 is to create a sacred space for yourself. So you want to make sure, particularly over the holidays, but really all of the time, that you have a space that is calm and peaceful where you can go to relax. If you just have a chair in a room, that's fine. If you have a whole room to be able to make that your sanctuary, that's amazing, that's awesome. Or if you're traveling, bring some things with you that make you feel at peace. So you might have like a little to-go bag of things, like a little cloth to set everything on, maybe some crystals, maybe a bell. I usually carry a bell with me to clear the energy of wherever I'm staying. You might also have a candle, something else that makes you, uplifts you, right? It could be essential oils, flower essences, whatever might fit in your to-go bag, right? And that's something that you can carry with you. The 4th do, Feng Shui do for the holidays is, if possible, to put your tree towards the back of the house. That's going to be better energetically, and either way you want to be mindful about what area of the bagua that you're putting it in, okay? As you can see, so trees have, the Christmas tree has a number of different energies, and it sometimes depends on the color, because if you have a flapped tree, that might bring in more metal energy. But typically trees are wood, right? Because they're made of that. They're also fire energy because they have that sort of triangle shape. So they're that fire energy. So somewhere in the wealth area would be really good. In the fame area would be good. Even the family area of your home would be a good place to put the tree, okay? And the other piece around this is paying attention, because so the Christmas decorations have a lot of energy. So this leads me actually to tip number 5, which is about balancing the elements. So the Christmas tree and a lot of the decorations are red and green. So if you have a lot of red and green, that can create conflict. That can lead to conflict. The fire versus the wood, right? Because the fire burns up the wood. There is sort of a conflict energy there. So you want to balance. And if you haven't caught my videos on the elements before, I'll put a link to those below. They are in the Feng Shui Friday playlist. But fire, the element of fire, there's a lot of fire energy in Christmas decorations, right? Holiday decorations. So red is fire. Triangles are fire. Lights are fire, right? So even the lights on the tree are fire, right? So a lot of fire energy. So we want to balance that. And how do you do that? You're going to want to bring in some white or gray, because that is the element of metal. So that will help balance things in that way. Bring in gold. That is the color of earth. So we have these beautiful gold flowers here. That's the color of earth. Bring in some golds. And golds can be, like gold and silver can be metal energy too. So just because the actual physical objects that are gold and silver are metal, but the color gold or that yellow or the earth tones is earth energy. So bring some of that in. And then also bring in water energy, right? So water will help balance all of this fire and wood energy. And water can be things that are black or navy blue, even like ocean colors, you know, some of the blues sometimes you see in decorations. So bringing some of that in will help as well to help balance the energy. So that's what I've got for you for your 5 do holiday feng shui tips. Stay tuned next week when I share the 5 holiday don't feng shui tips. Have an amazing, amazing weekend and the rest of your week. Much love and aloha.